Welcome again to Simply Ethics classes. Now we are proceeding to the next topic, that is society and education. So we are dealing with the process called socialization, in which we have covered almost 2 to 3 lectures. So this is the 8th lecture. So we are doing with the basics. Let's proceed with the topic society and education. This is regarding the role of society and education in imparting values in the process of socialization. So we'll see. So this is the index I am updating regularly. So we are doing this unit 1. So this is the topic of human values, in which we are doing the society and educational institutes in development of values. So this will be the last on human values. Okay, so let's see what is the role of society and educational institutes. So this is the brief we are going to do, as this is based on observation of the, like, if you are in the society, you should observe these things. If you are reading these subjects, the observation in ethics, observation is very much important. When you are observing things, you will be able to quote real life examples. So real life examples are very much important for ethics. Okay, so we know how society imparts the education related to culture, religion. So these are the, so there will be different sections of society. As you grow up as child grows up and becomes an adult person, so the society with which it will be interacting, it will keep on changing according to the phase of the growth and development. So phase of the growth and development will determine the society of that child. It will begin with the family, which we have done in the lecture 7. Okay, so now after family, it will enter into the school. So that will be the second stage of the growth and development, in which the children interact with their teachers, with their curriculum in the school, and with their classmates. So these are the stages, and then it will enter into the college. After college, it will enter into the workplace. Okay, so this is the continuous process of socialization. So in every stage, the particular person of the society, it will learn many things: how to interact with the peer groups, how to interact with the society, how to interact with the teachers. So there will be many things related to the society. This particular person will be given the education related to that. So we'll see how these things are going to impact that person. So the culture is all about everything around you is about culture. Your religion is also part of the culture. Your dressing sense, your food habits, okay, your rituals, everything is related to the culture. So this is the role of society, how the society imparts the knowledge of culture into the particular young generation of that society. What is the purpose of that education, or educating these values to these children? Society wants to perpetuate, as we have discussed. The perpetuation is the main purpose. The purpose to transmit or to transfer the values from one generation to generation which will replace them. Okay, so every society wants that its culture should continue for infinite time. So that is the main purpose. Same goes with the religion. So every society wants to teach their young children about their religion, so that they can preserve the religious teachings, because religious teachings teach us many things. So though there will be positive and negative dimensions to this, as we have discussed many things, and you can relate with these positive and negative dimensions because I discussed already in the previous videos. So the most important thing, you should always consider both positive and negative of the socialization. We generally see the in the books or in the whatever the sources we follow, they will be mentioning only positive aspects, but often negative aspects are missed out. So these negative aspects also should be covered. So each, like every religion has some rules and regulations which are discriminatory. So these discriminatory rules and regulations or norms or whatever these are, they should also be discussed, because we are living in a society which is driven by the equality, which should be driven by the equality. So these things you should mention. So that is the role of society. Then when you enter into the workplace, you will be having colleagues, and that workplace will be having a different the workplace will be having a work culture. Okay, and work culture will determine the performance of that organization, as well as the attitude of the members of that organization who are employed in that organization. So this we will see in detail when we will deal with the ethics in public administration. Then we will see the poor work culture, what is the aspects of the poor work culture, why the government sector is not performing well. So this you can divide into the public sector, and then you can divide it into the private sector. Okay, so this is about the workplace. So in workplace, as well as with your colleagues, the particular person will learn many things. So this we will see in detail in the ethics in public administration unit. Okay, peer groups can be your friends. Colleagues are also kind of peer groups. Or if you are in school, then your classmates are your peer groups. So these peer groups will keep on changing with the stages of growth and development. So you can learn many things from these peer groups. It depends on how educated that peer group is. You can learn good habit as well as bad habits. So peer group can influence you in many ways. So you can get addicted to, like if you are having a bad company, it depends on, as we say, the company matters, and company will determine the character, like how you build up your character. So if you are a part of a peer group who is disciplined and who is focused on the studies, so you will be influenced by that peer group. And even if you are under the influence of a bad group who is not like serious in studies, and they are not serious about their career, they are not concerned about their career, they may start drinking or smoking. All these bad habits you may get from your peer group. So that is the influence of the peer group. So that is easy for you to recall, and you can mention whatever you feel you have observed. Based on that thing, you can mention that. There is no fixed answer for these things. Okay, so media, the influence of media is very much, we can see how fake news are influencing the political opinion of the public, how media is being biased towards particular political parties. There are media houses which some media house are like supporting particular party A, and other is supporting party B. So that is the role of media. So they will be manipulating the news, and they will be representing these news in such a way that it can influence the voter. And this issue is everywhere, not only in India, even developed world also. In USA, you can see this was a very much hot topic during the presidential election recently happened, and in 2016 as well, when Donald Trump got elected as the president. So this was a very hot topic during that time. So media has also very much influence on the minds of the people. Okay, so but media has positive role as well. Media will ensure accountability of the government. They will bring transparency. They will aware people, and they will mobilize the opinion towards positive change. So these are the positive and negative role of these. So everything will have positive and negative aspects to it. Okay, so you can mention. Then friends, like again you can mention, we have mentioned in the peer group. So the role of friends is similar to that the peer group. Then comes the social groups and the other institutions. The institutions will include, there are, say, you don't have to go into the details of the social groups and institutions. Still you can mention, as family is also an institution. Then will come religion. Okay, these are the institutions. So other than that, there will be social groups, there will be NGOs. You will be having some particular society in which you will be participating. So these also influence the role of the value. Education is also influenced by these social groups and these institutions. Like we may be joining particular groups who are doing some philanthropic work, or they'll be doing some free education campaign for poor children. Some will be providing food for hungry or the homeless, and this is seen very much during this COVID pandemic. So these are the social groups and institutions. So now we will see what is the role of what are the things which society does during the value development. So what society does? Society provides a homogeneous environment. What is the meaning of homogeneous environment? The homogeneous environment, when you grow up, you will be having the particular child will be having similar cultural values around it, so that will not confuse it. So confusion will not be there because of the homogeneous environment. But what is happening now, because of internet, as we say, the earth has become a global village. So the confusion is being created due to the internet. This is not, what is the reason for this confusion? Because of the exposure towards the other societies. And because of this exposure, what we are seeing, the new generation is in conflict with the old values. So that is the homogeneity is declining with time. Why? Because of this internet revolution. So even if you are not if you have not visited any Western country like USA or UK, but the living standard or the family values or the openness in the country is influencing the mind of the youth of our country as well. So this youth is often questioning the conservative values of the society or the family. So this is about the conflict between the new order and the old order in the society. So then we will see how society proceeds with these value development, inculcates lessons of ethics, living in harmony, sympathy, service, cooperation. So all these things are taught in the society. But all these things will vary as well. So we'll see how these will vary. Then fairness, respect, love, tradition, rituals, mythology, all these are the parts of the religion. Then there will be negative values. What are the negative values? Communalism is very much known to almost everyone, because we read this in history, we read in our newspaper, we see these debates in our news channels. So this is the very much reality of our country. So then there will be jealousy, hatred, intolerance, gender biasness. So all these gender biased attitude as well as behavior. So this link I have discussed how mental construct, attitude and behavior are linked. First we will having a particular prejudice, then we will develop a particular attitude towards particular gender, and then we will behave according to that attitude. So this is the negative value development. Then the consumerism, this is the very much negative value. Why this is a negative value? Because it is impacting our environment very badly. This is having a lot of burden on environment because of the consumerism. Nowadays what the society is doing, society is not fulfilling its needs. It is just over consuming things, and this is imported from the Western world because of the prosperity in that world. So that is a very much that is causing undue harm on our environment and climate. Because of that only we are facing climate change, global warming, all these issues. Okay, so now we'll see. I was about to mention, when the society inculcates these values, how there will be always two sides of it in every aspects. There will be positive aspect, there will be negative aspect. Okay, in the positive aspect, society will be imparting positive values, as we have seen: cooperation, love, affection and collaboration, or philanthropic works are done by the various members of the society. But then there will be negative things as well, like communalism and gender biasness. All these behaviors will be coming under the negative aspects, and the acceptance towards this positive and negative will also vary. It is not that the society is not accepting these negative values. Even society itself is imparting these negative value, and society expects from the members that they will also behave in such a way with these negative values. So acceptance is there, but still these are positive and negative values, and both will depend on the size of the group as well, and the homogeneity of that group. See, if there is a group G1 and then there is a group G2. Okay, so what is the level of homogeneity will decide. The more the homogeneity, they will impart the similar values. As the homogeneity becomes less, that will impact the value development. How? See, there can be homogeneity in terms of religion. A particular group is following a religion 1, another is following a religion 2. Caste is another factor. Region itself is another factor. We have seen how the labor from UP and Bihar was treated badly in Maharashtra. So these are the factors which determines whether there is a harmony or not. So we cannot say the society will be having harmony at all these scales. So it depends. The harmony will always be relative. It will never be absolute. So this thing you should keep in mind. Harmony is always relative. It's never absolute. Okay. So now we'll see what is the role of educational institutes. In educational institutes, there are various things which you can see how these institutes will impart the values. First, there will be the teacher. Then there will be the classmates. These are the persons in which you will come into contact. Any child will come into contact. Then there will be the curriculum or your books or your subjects. Okay. Then there will be the extracurricular activities. So these four things we can see how these things influence the value system of a particular child. Okay, so we'll see how teacher will impact the value development of a child. The teacher will teach discipline, self-learning, observation, logic and reasoning, rationality. So these things will be taught by the teacher. Scientific temper, values, the values we have discussed, there are different types of values which we have discussed in the lecture 2. There are civic values, scientific values, national values, constitutional values. In civic values, they will see how we should maintain the cleanliness in the our society, in our streets, in our home. Scientific values, they will develop how we should develop scientific temper. Even our constitution, under the fundamental duties, expects from the citizens that they will develop scientific temper. National values, what our national leaders during the freedom struggle taught us, these things, constitutional values of equality, fraternity, or the fundamental rights and the fundamental duties, these things will be taught by the teacher, and it will depend, the teacher will be teaching you what is mentioned in the curriculum. But it depends, if teacher is active, he will teach you things other than the curriculum as well, because if teacher has a good life experience, he will share his life experience with you as well. So that depends on the skills of the teacher, the communication skills of the teacher. Even if he holds the will for giving this education to the children, also depends. If he has the passion towards these children, his children, then his students, he will be doing this happily, and he will try to ensure that you learn most out of him or her. Then we see what is the role of classmates. Classmates will teach you many things. They will teach you positive and negative things. Okay, they will teach you cooperation, competition. You will learn the competition. You will compete with them in the marks for subjects, or if there is a competition for. So classmates will teach you the competition. Even cheating will also you learn from the classmates. Collaboration, you will collaborate with them. Interpersonal relations, how you can talk with the other gender, how you can manage to be in a group, how to anger, emotions, all these things will be you will learn with the experience when you deal with this group. Okay, then gender specific behavior, as if you are in co-education, you will be learning how to talk to girls or how to talk to boys, because these are the behavioral things which the particular child will be learning in the school. Okay, then there will be curriculum, what the books will teach the students. The books will teach you about the soft skills, about these are the communication skills, basic mathematics, the arts and drawing, etc. These are the basic soft skills which a student learns in the school. Then about language, you will be learning English. If it is in your curriculum, then you will be learning your mother tongue as well. Or otherwise, there is a third language system also in India. You can learn Sanskrit, Punjabi, or Tamil or Telugu. All these things, language will be taught in the school. Then the different subjects will be teaching you different things: history, politics, political science, or science-based subjects. So these will be the learning in the schools. Okay, then there will be the extracurricular activities. What is the role of these extracurricular activities? These extracurricular activities plays very much important role in the socialization of the students or the child. The physical and psychological fitness of the particular person will be influenced by the extracurricular activities. How? When you take participation in the extracurricular activity like sports, so you will definitely get physically fit. Okay, then psychologically you will have to manage a lot of pressure during your game, or when you will be thinking about winning, or if you lose then you will be disappointed, then still. So these all things will make you strong. Okay, so team working will also be learned during these extracurricular activities. So what these include? These include sports, play, scout and guide camps are there, which will taught you how to survive in the difficult environment. NCC, this is about they will be giving you training about how to participate in the army parade, etc. So it is related to the national values. So cultural events will be there, debates will be there, extempore. So these things will develop a particular student's character and personality. So science exhibition will be there. So all these things will determine the personality of the particular student. How? So that, see, we know that students feel stage fear when they go to perform on the stage, but initially they may be fearing while performing on the stage, but later on they will become comfortable with that. So that is nothing but development of their personality. Earlier they used to fear with one thing, now they are comfortable with that thing. So that is the confidence building is happening. They will learn new skills. If you are participating in a play, if you prepare for 1 month or 2 months, you will be learning many things in that particular play, which are very much different from your school books or curriculum. So that is the role of the extracurricular activities. Okay. So what are the methods which are used in the educational institutions? These are the methods which are used by the teacher. Okay. So teachers are using these methods, are used in society as well. See, this lecturing is only different from the society, which society is using as a tools of socialization. Lecturing is, we know how teacher is teaching the subjects. Then it will be about reinforcement, feedback, and role model. What is the reinforcement? Reinforcement, teacher again will be reinforcing positive behaviors and negative behaviors. It will be removing the negative behaviors and it will be reinforcing the positive behavior. In negative behaviors, it will be about discipline, cleanliness. If particular person is not wearing clean clothes or it is not maintaining hygiene, so all these things teacher will be checking on him, and it will be telling, the teacher will be telling, he will be telling that particular student to come to the school in a proper way. So discipline is very much common in the schools, we know. So these are the part of reinforcement. Feedback will be the students will be getting in various forms through examinations result. That is the way of feedback. Then cyclical tests or periodic tests, or directly in class when teacher is asking questions. So these are the methods of feedback. What is the role of role model? Role model, there are few things in role model. The teacher himself will be working as a role model. Even your parents will be representing the teacher as a role model to you. They'll be asking you to follow the teacher, how the teacher is teaching. So that is, the teacher also plays a role model, and teacher also tells you about the personalities in our country, like our freedom fighters like Mahatma Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Bhagat Singh. They will be telling about all these personalities, and they will be telling about their qualities. So the teacher will ask you to follow the qualities of these personalities. So that is the how role model will be impacting the development of the values. Okay, so these are the values developed at the school. So it depends. Even see, education is about school, and then you will go to the college. So in school, as we have seen in detail, the self-development, cooperation, punctuality, team working. So this is the list of the values which will be imparted in the school. Then you will go to the college. In college, what will happen? You will learn specific knowledge about particular subject. It depends on the stream in which you are opting for the higher education. Okay, so if you are going for the science or humanities or technology, so that will depend on the selection of your subject. So college will provide you technical education about different subjects, and then it will prepare you for the employment. This is the role of college: employment or higher studies. Okay, so vocation is about employment. So it depends how the particular student opts for the higher studies, or it will go directly for the vocation after his school. Okay, so these are the values developed at the schools and college. So we have completed with the values. The socialization process is done. Okay, the society, the family, and the educational institutes, which are in our syllabus. So these three things are in our syllabus, which covers almost everything in the process. These almost will cover all the agents of the socialization. So now we will start with the ethics. So this is the end of the basic of values. So thank you, and we'll see in the next video about the ethics.